You may have heard about a proposal aimed to help retain our veteran police officers called DROP. You're like most people, you're scratching your head and asking, what is DROP? Why do we need it? Let's start with why we need to retain our veteran police officers. The San Francisco Police Department faces a critical staffing crisis. Here are the facts. We're down over 600 officers, and it's getting worse. It's common for our stations to have only 50% of the number of officers needed to patrol our neighborhoods. And we're losing more officers than we are putting new ones on the street. So how do we stop the bleeding? We adopt programs like DROP. DROP, or Deferred Retirement Option Program, is a proposal that encourages retirement-eligible officers to stay on the job longer. Because DROP programs are often misunderstood, we're going to start with what DROP is not. It's not a pay raise, it's not a pay bump, it's not a pay boost, and it's not a pay increase. DROP lets a retirement-eligible officer retire on paper, but keep working for up to 5 years. They technically collect a pension, but while they're working, they don't get a dime of it. Here's how it works. An officer enters DROP, and his pension is frozen. Future pay raises, more hours worked, it doesn't matter. The pension is what it is. The officer receives a paycheck from city payroll, just like normal, for the hours worked. Because he's technically retired, he gets a monthly pension check. The money is paid from the pension fund. It is not city money. It does not affect the city budget. That monthly pension check, however, goes straight to a special fund in the pension fund, a lockbox, so to speak, which the officer cannot touch. They can't pay rent with it, they can't buy groceries with it, and they can't put it on an income statement to refinance a mortgage. The city stops making contributions towards the officer's pension, which saves the city budget money. But the officer keeps making pension payments to the pension fund. Whenever the officer leaves the DROP program, the lockbox opens, and he can take it all at once, or leave it in the pension plan and take a little bit every month. Why the heck do we go through all this trouble? Because we want our veteran officers to stick around, and too many are leaving. If they can enter DROP, they can retire. And if they can retire, they can then go over to Alameda for a less adventurous job and a $75,000 signing bonus. They can work as investigators for a district attorney, or they can take a job in the private sector and get their pension check and their new salary. With DROP, they can retire, but we keep the officers where we need them, protecting our neighborhoods.